If you're here, then it means that you're probably a vegan, vegetarian, or someone who's transitioning to a plant-based diet, and you're also looking to lose weight, build muscle, tone up, and get in shape for the rest of your life. And the biggest problem is that you've already tried multiple dieting approaches. Maybe keto, intermittent fasting, or Weight Watchers and low-carb, high-protein, or any other dieting approach. And what happens is you're able to get results, but you just cannot sustain them forever. Why? Because they're too restrictive and they're too hard. So you're ultimately looking for an easy, flexible, and sustainable solution that would allow you to get in shape and sustain it for the rest of your life. Because what's the point of trying another dieting approach if you know that you'll only be able to stick to it for 3 months? So that's gonna be my goal of this video, is to show you 3 main points how you can get towards your goal and sustain it for the rest of your life. So my first point is how to lose the weight and keep it off without restricting your favorite foods. What happens with most people is they decide to follow diets, and statistics show us that 95% of diets fail because, again, they're too restrictive and they're too hard to follow long term. In real life scenario, when it's Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, or your birthday, are you gonna be actually eating a salad, or are you gonna be trying to eat your birthday cake? So the goal is not how to restrict everything you love, the goal is how to eat bad foods and still get results. And the beauty is that if you're able to follow certain scientific principles that I teach, then you're gonna be able to reach your goal with all those bad foods. Because again, if you're able to include them, then it's easy, then it's sustainable. And that's what we're ultimately looking for, how to stick to it for the rest of your life. Which brings me to my second point, is how to train according to your lifestyle. So what most trainers do is they give you a new program. Maybe you need to be doing 2 hours of cardio or whatever else, and you're able to stick to it in the beginning. And what happens is that your weight is here, so you're able to lose the weight, but afterwards life happens, maybe you're too busy, maybe the workout program doesn't work anymore, and maybe it's too hard to sustain it. So what happens is your weight gets back up again, until you get another program, and you're stuck in this never-ending cycle. So what you want to figure out ultimately is how to train for 20-30 minutes and still get maximal results, because most people think that the longer you go to the gym, the more hours you spend there, the better the results you'll be able to get. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can be spending 5 hours at the gym and you still won't get any results. On top of that, the beauty is that 90% of results for weight loss comes from nutrition. So what happens is you can actually have much more flexibility with your workouts and still reach your weight loss goal. So what you want to do is you want to develop such a training strategy that you could sustain it for the rest of your life. Because what's the point of throwing barbells over your head if you cannot do it when you're 75? Most people quit their workout programs because they're just too hard and they cannot sustain them for the rest of your life. So now when you've heard about it, you gotta decide, how do you actually get those results? First thing is you can try to figure it out on your own. But the problem is that, how long have you already been trying to do that, How long have you stayed stuck? And how much longer is it gonna take? You gotta decide ultimately what's just more important to you, your time and your health, or your money. Because you can always earn your money back, but you will never be able to rebuy your time and your health. Another option is to hire a personal trainer. So the problem is that only 10% of results come from the workouts. 90% of results for weight loss are gonna be coming from nutrition. So why would you work with somebody who's only gonna give you 10% of results? On top of that, personal trainers, their intentions are not to get you results. Because the moment you stop showing up to the gym, they're not getting paid anymore, So do you think they're very motivated to stop getting paid? I don't think so. Another option is to do Beachbody, P90X, Weight Watchers, and any other online program. So what happens is these programs are very cheap. But the thing is that they send the same program for everybody, So if you're 300 pounds or if you're 200 pounds, and if these two people are gonna follow the same program, they're gonna be getting way different results. On top of that, they make these programs extremely hard, so people are able to lose the weight and then they regain it because they just cannot sustain it. And then they get lost in this vicious cycle of losing and gaining weight over and over again. Which brings me to my last option, is why do people actually work with me? So what I'm gonna teach you is how to lose the weight without without sacrificing your favorite foods and working out according to your lifestyle. So you literally get to choose what you want to eat, and I will make it work so that you could reach your goal. And on top of that, you have a lot of flexibility with your workouts because you know that it's only 10% of your results. And my ultimate goal is to teach you everything A to Z so that you would never need to hire anybody ever again. Because what's the point of following a program if you're gonna rebound afterwards? So what I want to do is, if you're ready to fix this problem forever and stop doing all these different programs and restricting foods you love, then click the link below to book a call with me where I'll walk you through a customizable strategy that is gonna fit your lifestyle and that is gonna allow you to reach your goal and sustain it even after the program ends. So click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.